Good day, Pete Kane, Podcast Pete. Uh, we wanted to bring you something a little different this morning. It's this favorite topic of mine. I have been doing it for 40 years, but intentionally for three, and Growth Day for almost 12 months. And what I want to talk to you about is your thoughts come from your personal development. Your thoughts come from your personal development. And the challenge is, how do you start your day? How do you start your day? Most will take a shower because they want to be clean. They want to get going with a clean physical appearance. Do we do the same with our mindset? That's the question I want you to ponder, because personal development is your thoughts. I caught a little glimpse of burning Teslas in, I think, California. And I went, that's pretty sad. Here is a creator who rescues astronauts, who's creating some amazing companies. And there are people that want to burn it down. So you have creators and you have people that want to burn things down. And that's your thoughts. If in your mind you have hate and you don't even know why you hate the person, but you've been just consuming hateful things, your thoughts start to appear with hate. And that's not a position you want to be in, but it's a choice. It's a choice of somebody that wants to develop themselves, be a better person, work on their personal development, have better thoughts. And there's people that are evil. They're just flat evil. How does a person wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and know, I burned down Tesla cars? I spray painted a Tesla dealer. Is that what you want to be known for? Well, it's a choice. Fill your heart with hate or fill your heart with love. And when you fill your heart with love, the thoughts come out of that. And even with the love, you have to keep developing yourself. Yes, we came out of the pandemic and there was a lot of weird things that happened. I spoke to a group of freshmen at the high school, and they were in 5th and 6th grade when this happened. And the teacher shared just the emotional scars that he has seen being with them in shop each day. And I think we have to really intentionally reset. The past is the past. The masks are the past. What are you going to do in the future? How are you going to put those thoughts together? What are you going to do on a daily basis to give yourself good thoughts? Or are you going to be part of the crowd that want to burn down things? Be a creator. Create a better life for yourself, for your family, for your business. And to do that, you have to create. You got to create better thoughts. Better thoughts, better outcomes. Better habits, better outcomes. Our habits are our outcome. And if we're starting the day reacting to our emails, to other people's priorities, to looking at the news. Look, the news gets our attention for one reason. It's negative. And if you put in your thought process all the negative things that are happening out there, you see the evil world. And is that what you want to be part of your world? Or do you want to intentionally, personally develop your thoughts? Because personal development, like we do at Growth Day, is working on the thoughts. I don't start off the day looking at my email, checking out the news. I start with the 5 to Thrive. Let me give you a little gift. You can have it for 7 days. You can try it. I was at Costco yesterday and they sample everything. Not everything. They sample a lot of things. Why? because they believe you sample something, you might like it. You might buy the big portion. All value, but they want you to sample it. So in Growth Day, 7 days to sample it, 7 days to work on your thoughts, 7 days to work on personal development to start the day. Start the day with something good that you put in your mind, put in your brain. Because what goes in, if you put trash in, trash comes out. You think hate, hate comes out. You start burning down things. You start destroying things versus creating things. Here's a guy, Elon Musk. Before he said he wanted to support Trump, everybody loved him. Oh, he's doing all this. But the minute he connected with a person that's changing the world, changing everything, he's now the villain. And you're burning down his cars, his dealerships. You think he's the destructor. He's the creator. He just rescued astronauts who were stuck up there for 9 months. Did Biden get them down? No. I heard something like, well, he intended to. He was waiting for this. He's waiting for that. You can intend to write a book, but you don't. You don't have a book. You can intend to do something, but actions speak louder than words. So intentionally put yourself in personal development. Intentionally give yourself better thoughts. Be a creator, not somebody that tears down things. That's the choice you have. We have it in our life. We can choose to not work on our thoughts, and we'll be part of the crowd that's burning down things, or you can be part of the crowd that's creating things, your life. See, the magic is in you, and anything's possible. But if you have hate and you can't stand somebody, you don't even know why you don't like them, but you just have put in your mind and you put yourself in a position to absorb all the hate out there. So what do? Hate comes out. Once people get to know President Trump, they like him. Joe Rogan, he wasn't like on board. It was Elon Musk. It was all these other people that now see the kind of person he is. The media and the Democrats tried to shape and control. They didn't want to lose control of their corruption. They didn't want to lose control of their money that they were getting. It's incredible what's coming out. Absolutely incredible. The money that's been funneled to destroy, to control, to corrupt. Well, big changes are happening, and the truth is coming out. People don't like the truth. They don't like losing control. Look at Stacey Abrams. Holy mackerel. Billions being funneled? Whoa. That's crazy. That's crazy. Be a person that creates. Create your world. Create your life. Put good thoughts in your mind. Use personal development. Growth Day is the best in the planet. Brendon Burchard is the best out there, or he's in every different publication. He's always in the top. If he's not number one, he's in the top 3 because he's been creating a value for people for 20 plus years. And Growth Day and his certified high performance coaching are his 2 focuses. He's going to help you grow, and he's going to help you create a life, because if you're not absorbing and taking advantage of high performance coaching, you're not getting the most out of what you can be, because it's been proven. It's the habits: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, influence. Those are the 5 habits in high performance habits. Let me go into this. I'll show you. I'll put it on the screen. This is the 12-week transformational journey we put you through. One-on-one for those that can afford it, and group, 20 people at a time. We create a magazine because when you look at business, if you're not creating leads, you don't have a business because you're not creating cash flow. And if you're not part of a thriving community, can't do it alone. There's no such thing as a solo entrepreneur. It's a team. You got to learn how to work with the team. And you work with the team by having clarity. You work with the team because you've got the energy, the courage, the productivity, the influence. Then you look at week 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're talking psychology mastery, physiology mastery, productivity mastery, persuasion. Can't persuade people to follow you? You're doing it alone. So you got to get good at it. It's a skill. Purpose. Purpose is kind of understood in my world. You don't have to have this one-time purpose. Purpose is changing every day. Show up at a meeting. Show up with a friend on purpose. Show up with the idea of adding value, of building that relationship. So purpose can be multifaceted, but if a person without vision in the Bible perishes. People that are burning down dealerships and trashing Tesla cars have no purpose. They're just destroyers. And if that's the life that you want, it's a pretty poor choice. Because be a creator. Create something. You're here on this planet a short period of time. I remember when I graduated from high school, even though it was late, I failed English, but I did through summer school graduate. It seemed like yesterday. Now I'm going to my 50th high school reunion. 50 years went like that. And in your life, if you're not creating a life for you and your family, it's going to fly by either way. Why don't you fly by and create something? Why don't you make a difference out there? Make an impact. After my stroke 3 years ago, my world changed. I realized that life is precious, very precious, and that we only have a short period of time. So I live every single day like it's my last, because one of these days I'm going to be right. And until then, I'm going to live it alive. I'm going to make an impact. I'm going to create. And if you look at your life, are you excited? Do you just can't wait for the day to start? Well, that's good. But if you're stuck, like Mel Robbins said, 89% of the people she surveyed said they're stuck. If you're stuck, then you might need a high performance coach. So you can get a strategy session from us. Just go to pk.me/SS strategy session. The personal development, 7 days are free. It'll be the best 7 days you'll have because you're going to hear from Brendon Burchard talk about the 5 to Thrive. He's going to give you a unique framework. He's going to work on your thoughts. There'll be a related video, like this morning it was Natalie Ellis, an accomplished builder, creator, a boss babe, talking to you directly through the community. Then you have 2 thought-provoking questions, like this morning was 3 things that you're grateful for. What is one thing that you're excited about today? This gets you to think. This gets you your thought processes right. Then you score yourself. Then you've accomplished the 5 to Thrive. Takes about 20-25 minutes. Why don't you start your day off with good thoughts? Challenge yourself. be a part of Growth Day. Start with the 5 to Thrive instead of reacting to other people's priorities. Because the facts are, the average person watches 4 hours of TV and scrolls 20 minutes, 2 hours of social media. What are you doing in that? You're consuming other people's lives. Do you want to consume other people's lives, or do you want to create your life? Because if you create your life, it's exciting. It's exciting. I wake up every day, can't wait to get going. Love every minute. Not every day. I mean, I have challenging days like we all do. But the challenge is with a better thought process, because I start off the 5 to Thrive. I'm being coached by a high performance coach. I coach people in high performance. We have an absolutely wonderful program, because when you look at leads, you got to figure this piece out. Leads create cash flow. Cash flow builds a thriving community, thriving business for you. And you can be a part of that. You can go to petekane.me/magazine, because we can put you on this cover. You can be a key person of influence. You can build your team of 36 or select 20 out of that, because it's so important. And let me get it up here because I love it every time I'm talking about it. Okay. Oops, there we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. You got to build your relationship wheel. Your network is your single biggest, most valuable asset. So you start your day with the 5 to Thrive, then you intentionally build your network, because it's so important that you understand that your network is your most valuable asset. So you have 12 categories in your business, and each category has 3 relationships. Your first 12 are your easiest, because it's people you've done business with, people you know, like, and trust. Because online, when you look at why we do podcasting, why we create courses, why we do so much online, because the world has changed. I was at a BNI meeting last week, and it's local, but it changed to local and global. We used to do business 5 to 10 miles from where we worked. Now it's global. I can have somebody halfway across the world. And if you don't think that your business has a global piece to it, you'll miss out. And the global piece is digital. That's why we do podcasts. We put your digital asset out there. If people know your story, they start to get to know you, because it's so important that when you do build this and you're building your 36, you're basically selecting 20 that are going to go through a 12-week journey with us. Each week, we're going to work first on setting your goals. We got to get a focal point. We got to have somewhere to start. Then we build on clarity week 2, then your energy, then your courage, then your productivity, influence, along with building that mastermind of 20 people that are on your thriving team. So you're handing a magazine, not to somebody with just you, because together you're better, and together you're better with your 20 people who we know their story. It's in the magazine. It's on a podcast. So people get to know your team. And when they need access to your team, they have it in front of them, right in front of them. When you look at the magazine, I'm on the cover here. This was my first trip outside. I spent 39 days in Shepherd. Absolutely heaven on earth. The most amazing place. These people care for you like you're their most valuable family, and they think of you as family. When the girls behind us, there's 3 of guys that were on my team, and these ladies here were my team. Together, you're better. Together, they're helping you get back. But this was the first time I was outside, doing an activity, fishing. I don't even fish, but I loved it. I loved it. I even hooked some. I mean, I haven't fished since I was 5 years old. So that's 60 years ago. So you can see I was a little rusty, but I was outside with nature, with being outside after being in a bed for all those days and not moving and finally getting to move. I'm still in a chair there, but I was outside enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the nature, enjoying the people. That was my team. But you can be on the cover and your team is in the magazine. Because in the magazine is their stories. So people can get to know them because they're part of your team. So when you present to your ideal prospect, you're not just presenting you, you're presenting your team. Trusted people that you know, like, and trust that will deliver the highest quality of service. Because if you dealt with them and you trust them, you'll put your reputation behind them. And that's what you want. You want people that you have vented and you're making that access to that person. So they think, oh, not only do I get Pete, I get 20 people in related services that when the opportunity comes up, I look, oh, I need somebody. Let me go see. There's mentions in there. So people that aren't ready to make a financial commitment of a 12-week journey with time and resources, they can be mentioned in the magazine, which it ties back to their podcast. Again, it's all about the podcast. We get to tell your story. You are the magic. Your story is remembered. That's why we invite you to be on our podcast, because it starts with you and you are the magic. Come on our podcast. Let's share your story with our community. We have a virtual event tomorrow. We have a live event, the fourth Saturday of every month, where we get our people together, because public speaking is the second biggest fear to dying. And if you let fear control you, it owns you. So if you're afraid to speak in public and you want to be a key person of influence, you want to grow your business, you got to start conquering your fears. You got to put them in the right box, a small box. And when you stand up on that stage, and many people stand and they're nervous, it's normal. But then when they do it, they focus on who's receiving the information. Nervousness goes away, and the power comes to helping people in the audience. And then you keep doing it and you keep getting better. We do 5 minutes, 3 points, both in our virtual event and our live event. So you can go to our virtual event if you want to be on our podcast, and we'll invite you if we'd like you. And I'm kidding, half kidding, but we want people that are going to make a difference. We don't want the sharks that'll come in, grab what they can, and leave. We want people that will impact the community, that will help, support, servant leaders, but need a platform. They need a platform because the magic is in you and anything's possible, but you got to activate it. You got to get in the magazine. You got to go through a 12-week transformation. You got to learn how to be clarity. You got to have better energy, courage, productivity, and influence. These are the things we work with, and Brendan certified me, okay? An intense week of certification. But these 5 habits are in Growth Day. So if you want to get Growth Day, you get access to high performance habits. The habits are clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Those are the 5. Those are the 5 ones that are going to get you transformed into a mindset. Your thought patterns will be different. You will operate differently. You'll make that transformation. You'll be better because you're working intentionally on the 5 habits, and then you're continuing that journey. 12 weeks. Each week, we're working on a different focus, and you're with the 20 people in the magazine. So you're on the cover. And if you're interested in knowing more, then just get a hold of me. You can connect with us every week. We do a weekly global connect. We do our virtual events. We do our live events. We do a workshop. We do all the things we can to help you succeed, because together we're better. And if we work on our thoughts, we invest in ourselves. Investing in yourself is the single biggest return you'll ever have in your life. Invest in yourself. Put 7 days to test it out, and then show up and do it every day and see if those thoughts don't become better, doesn't challenge you, doesn't give you frameworks of success. Because success is different for everybody. You have to define that through your journey. But your thoughts are going to help you in that area. So take 7 days for free. Go in there and then send us a support ticket. If you want to get a hold of me, just send support@petekane.me or pete@petekane.me. But if you send support, we're going to give you access to our course, my course, Mindset, Goals, and Habits. It's all about your mindset, setting those goals or dreams with a deadline. Got to have deadlines. And your habits are your outcome. Your better habits, better outcome. We use atomic habits. We talk about that, stacking those habits. But in here, in this magazine, you picture yourself on the cover, surrounded by 20 trusted business associates that you can bring with you on this 12-week journey. Because in 12 weeks, we're going to give you a transformation right here with your thoughts. You think like a high performance person. You're going to work on clarity. You're going to work on energy, courage, productivity, influence. You get access to our system. And our system is this. Our system is building that relationship wheel, building people around you, nurturing your network, working strategically, building your 12 relevant categories, and getting your 3 people in each category. So you have your team of 36. Select 20 of them to join you in this journey, in this magazine right here. And your life will never be the same, because if you understand the value of your network and intentionally build it, be on the cover, be a key person of influence, like we say, because people buy from people. People buy from people. They don't buy from businesses. They buy from people. Think of the people that you know, and you probably know them from the personality. Think of like the Kardashians. They have massive businesses, but you know them as their people. You don't know all the businesses that they're involved with, but you know them. You know Elon Musk, but do you know all his business? StarX, Starlink X, all the different companies he has. And he has so many companies, but you know him. Tim Cook, probably the same, but you know him through Apple. Oprah's got probably many, many businesses, but you know Oprah. Joe Rogan, the same thing. He's probably got more businesses than you know, but you know him. Brendan Bouchard's got a lot of businesses, and he is focused on 2 things: his high performance coaching and his personal development, which is Growth Day. So, and me, search Podcast Pete. It's been a fun journey, challenging but fun. So give yourself 7 days of thoughts. Take a shower in personal development every day. Watch your thoughts change. Watch your vision grow. Watch your purpose grow. Watch your clarity get better, your productivity, all the things that you need to be a high performer. Because life's short. I'm attending my 50th high school reunion. I can remember it was yesterday, and now 50 years have gone by. Don't let time go by without you making an impact on this thought. Do you want to be the person that's burning down dealerships, or you want a person that's creating a life for yourself? It starts with your thoughts. You give your thoughts a shower every day. You ain't destroying things. But the ones that don't, I can't even, I can only pray for those people that they believe that's the best way for them to live their life. Be a person of impact. Work on your thoughts. The magic is in you, and anything's possible. So as we wind down, you want to connect with us, just go to PeteKane.me and connect. You want to be a guest on our podcast, go. You can talk to Ingeborg or Cookie, and you can book it. Virtual event tomorrow. We'll be with you. And you want to sign up? We do a waiting list on our magazines. We will help you build your magazine, but you have to say, I want to do it. Give us a buying signal, $1,000. You can be on the cover. Then we'll show you how to build the magazine. And then you'll go through a 12-week transformation with the group. We'll talk about focal points. We'll get you started on your goals, personal and professional. Then we're going to work on your clarity, your energy, your courage, your productivity, better influence. Who doesn't want better influence? But when you have influence when you look around and nobody's following you. You don't have influence. You got to develop it. It's a skill. And psychology mastery, physiology, productivity mastery, persuasion, purpose. Purpose is an important one. And then you're committing to a life of high performance, creating your life. The magic is in you, and anything's possible. Reach out to us. We can help. Share this with people you think want to make that change in their life. And they want to start the day with a better thought process, because you can start for next to nothing. 7 days free. Try it and see what a shower of personal development will do for that thought process. And you can start on that journey today. Thank you so much.